Oi, oi. Hi guys, welcome back to a very late Flatterday, a Monday Flatterday. Good to see you today, guys. Let me just check my comms are in order and everything is tickety-boo and we're going to get underway. Hi guys, welcome back to... Sounds absolutely fabulous. I noticed my last video didn't have the microphone actually attached. So, welcome all. Greetings, humans, if that's what we are. We're going to take a look at some crazy stuff. It's been a really interesting week for me this week. I've learned so much. It's been very exciting. Boots on the ground. Went camping on the weekend up in the Black Mountains. Absolutely beautiful there. You wouldn't believe it. Pristine countryside like humans don't even know about. And yeah, went to this crazy crooked church of St. Martin's. Last time I went there was like 45 years ago. And it was just like, wow. I'm going to have a look. We'll have a look at all that later. But what the most mind-blowing thing I think we discovered this week was concerning the appendix. Oh my God. Oh my God. I've just been scratched upon the surface, and that's already mind-blowing enough. But I'm definitely going to be digging deeper with this subject, doing a further post, probably following this one on that subject. So, oi, Nicola Thomas. So yeah, when camping in the Black Mountains, do some bug up practice. I'm joking. No, not really. If they throw that weird stuff again with the masks and stuff, I won't be hanging around fucking with these weirdos if they do that again. Jay, good to see you. Not that I think they will, because I don't know. The world's a very strange place, and getting infinitely stranger by the day. Snuggle, what a lovely name. Anne, good to see you, sweetness. But, excuse me. That's about them, innit? Let them carry on with it. You know, it's their karmic shit. It's just for us to observe. I'm in an observation position at the moment. Bringing my discoveries and everything that we've been working on in a little flat earth British think tank thing we got going on. I'm going to share some of it with you here tonight. Some old anatomical charts which are not matching up with what is happening with the human body today. There's definitely some strangeness going on here, guys. You know, if you're not really a purveyor of Mandela effect, you're going to have to admit at the end of this post that it's something really, really weird going on with the timelines, and including missing civilizations, like all of them, just gone. They leave evidence of their existence, though, but they give us a fake narrative behind it all. This is the exciting part of this journey. It's unlocking what we were before all of this fuckery that they got going on. I bet they cringe. I think about it. I think to myself, wow, as we unlock the, you know, the human potential and find out what we truly are, they must be like, no, as their control literally disintegrates. That would be absolutely epic. I can't wait for that day. So yeah, power to the people. Just having a moment there. Violet Sweetness, good to see you, lovely. Violet Kid, we love her. Just JP. And the idealist, sweet, catching up, getting high with Martin. Standard. That sounds like a very wiggly, flat-famished thing to do. Iron Veron. Good to see you. Mr. Raz is in the house. Irene, Mr. Razda. Wicked. Let's have a look at my Razda brother. We love our Razdas, we do. Glad tidings, brothers and sisters. Feels like the vibes are all over here. Hope, yeah, man, the vibes are all over here. Spread the word, Mr. Razda, because they're all like in Sucksville, most people, and they're like, It's like, well, that's about you, boo. If I can get over here and have a good time. Wow. Hi in Luton. Oh, I watched AB earlier in Luton. Auditing Britain. Fuck me. Right, nice little control system they got going on there. Human body is an illusion. Yes, Rachel Osborne. Let's just make believe that there is actually the exterior world, okay? Because we live in the world of the physical 3D, okay? It looks pretty permanent, looks pretty solid. So we're just going to have to go along with that because that's what, you know, the perception gives us. But yeah, when you get down to it, it's an illusion, okay? So you Definitely got me there, Rachel. Okay. Apparently. Well, we're going to have a little dig deep, see what we think. Yeah, where the human heart is. Do you know where the heart is? Do you know where it is? Have a feel around. Touching me, touching you. I feel. So when you sing, oh, say, can you see my heart's in the wrong place? We'll have a look anatomically at where things are supposed to be. Some of the things in old. So yeah, that's what I'd like for you to do, actually. That's one of my further posts concerning the appendix, because it really is mind-blowing, guys. If any of you could just tell me if any of you know anything, because AI is not forthcoming, and it just, as you know, tells porky pies lies. So it's just stuck in an evolutionary thing. So I'm not going to go with that. There's something definitely important that is happening with the appendix, and I can't wait to just tell you and get stuck into that. The appendix holds bacteria and releases it into the stomach to balance out the good and the bad bacteria. There's a little bit more going on that, but yeah, essentially it's some sort of filter system that boosts the immune system, and the microdiamies, etc. are all. So it's not actually a dormant organ like the way they say it is at all, but there's a lot more going on that you might not be aware of concerning that. But we'll talk about that a little later. You had yours removed. That's interesting. Well, you seem very empathic, last idealist, because the apex. It's funny. Apex. The appendix is what they put in a book, isn't it? A add-on. So it's an add-on, is it? It's just a redundant organ, just goes on walkies when there's some stuff you don't know about that. So you had yours removed. Well, in a spiritual sense, and alchemically thinking as well, there's lots of clues behind that in the alchemical medical pictures. It's where intuition is stored, and emotions, and also hidden wisdom and forgotten memories and knowledge. No wonder they want to fucking remove it. There's fucking going afoot with something that's really, really important that I think a lot of humanity has overlooked concerning the appendix. I really do at this period of time. I really do think that the super appendix that is happening with some animals is quite unbelievable, and we could have in a super appendix. I think that this is something that could happen with sound frequency. We'll get into all that later. So it's all pretty mind-blowing, but yeah, come as like a lot of the stuff, if you haven't seen a lot of what I'm going to show you tonight, might come as a shock to you. Be like, no fucking way. No way. It's like, yes way. That's what they're telling us about us. From my perspective, they look like we're bioorganic robots. Yeah, self-healing, replicating robots. Okay, we work like robots. We fuel up like robots. I really do think that is the case. But, that's in the physical sense, because, the whole thing is feeling very AI-y just lately, isn't it? So there's that. And you can't believe anything anymore. It's just the whole thing has got so mixed up and confused. People are confused. Nobody seems to know where they're going. They had some direction before, and now no one's got any direction. And they think about like, we all got to be in competition with one another, the human race. That's another one of their psyops. That creates all sorts of oppositions and fuckeries, that does. So that's something that's people should be just allowed to do their life's journey, whoever they are, whatever, what they're into, basically, and that should be enhanced. So if you're into drawing pictures, for example, Bob Sykes, my brother, he had his tonsils out, man. AI, what tonsils do, Bob? I'm telling you what, they're much more important and overlooked to the sentry system and everything. This is why they set up. We used to have down the road, it got knocked down, big red brick of hospital, ear, nose, and throat. I knew a girl had tonsils taken out, people adding the adenoids taken out. It's just like got kids in and just taking bits of fucking waste from them. Why do you think they're doing that? We're going to look into teeth later on. they remove your wisdom teeth. Do you know why they're called wisdom teeth? Well, they're called wisdom teeth for a purpose, because they press upon a system that activates information, and they remove that, you know, like knowledge, etc. And they remove the wisdom teeth, so that is suppressed. So with the pressing of your nose, with the removing of your wisdom teeth, with the fuckery that's going on with the appendix full stop, and all of the rest of it, I think that they're trying to stem the flow of what we truly are. Wouldn't you say that is the case? Well, we got all of that back online, like Antiquitech and us back online. What could we achieve then? Would the problems of the world even matter anymore? Because we would be that like superhuman, and the abilities to change a paradigm like that. Because I don't care what people think. I really do not think this is the same realm as before. How fucking can it be, guys? Just look at it. The colors are different. What did they say in Rona? Oh, the food's going to start tasting different. The people, well, I'm not being rude, guys, but you know, they're all like mind control victims. Like 80% of the population used to be all cool people. There's still people you can spud to real people there. Yeah. But they're usually seemingly down on the luck. But, you know, you find that with a lot of spiritual, good-natured people. They end up like that. But the rest, they all dress the same, think the same, talk the same bollocks, and then the news tells them to do something, so they fucking do it. Wah, like this. Wah, like that. Scared to fucking death of their own shadows. Oh my God. And that is what the future of humanity is relying on, is it? I don't think so. So yeah, let me know in comments what you know about the appendix, really, guys, because I reckon there's a big unlock here, and I'm just touching upon it, and it's blowing my head off. So a dentist, what's that? Never mind dentists, that did fuck me up. Yeah, I don't want to talk about my dodgy fucking dentist experience. It kept me away from there for a lifetime, because, you know, it was just too traumatic to even fucking mention on YouTube. I wish I could see auras. I can see auras. Here's practice for you if you want to see auras. When you're swilling in your face in the sink, the white porcelain around the edge, if you just hold your head up and the white background will make you see the disturbance of energy around your fingers. Yeah, and you'll see it. You'll see the color of it. And the more you look at it, the more it will become apparent. That is your aura. Okay, if you practice upon that, it will be no time at all before you can just magic out your eye and you can see other people's auras and energies of animals, trees, buses, cars. Every single thing has an aura and an energy field in this place. All of it is aware, okay? And you can see it. Anyone can perceive it. It's just a little bit of practice, actually. It's what they did to us for keeping our psychic abilities down. It's like we're learning to ride a bike again. We get it again, and then it's boom. Oh, yeah. Now I can see it. All of us got it. They just suppressed us so much. Oh, my God. That's so cool. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. Give it a go, mate. So that's a good practice for people. So, yeah, severe dentists are a bit weird, man. They got like a weird fucking dentist sex club going on or something. I don't know. Most people have dark energies these days. Well, yeah, but when you're in a spiritual form, I don't know how to explain it really, whatever is happening with myself, like, you know. I just fucking got like a radar for these fuckers, and that's just like, I got a default is, okay, I love you because I'm like a compassionate human being, until they start talking and their vibration is like, oh my God, there. And where, and if they start like a victim, me, trying dead dogging you, so trauma bond you, all of that shit is out the window, you know. People just approach you, you know, and maybe they're in an observation mode, no intent whatsoever, just to greet you, my brother or my sister, as a friend. I'm groovy and really fucking down with that. But anything else with gender attached, because a lot of people, they're like looking at you and thinking, oh yeah, and what can I get from this person? Not really. They look you up and down. They're thinking, well, what can I have? What can I get? It's all that going on. It's just agenda driven. So yeah. So that's what a lot of them. And you know what I learned in 2020 is, you know, they would just throw a Christian on a fire. They wouldn't give a fuck. I had the police knocking the door yesterday, so I was like, I'm not really I'm really tired. I've been camping out and I'm not really in the mood for opening, because I trust the criminals around here far more than any of the police. They're fucking sound as a pound for their police things. So they're knocking the door. So I'm not going to answer. And then I could hear them talking to the old guy next door, and they were saying, "Oh, well, we've got a new email address for you. So if there's any problems or anything, suspicious is happening anywhere, just give us a little email." So basically, it's like the Gestapo coming around with a grass you up website. I shit you fucking not. How dystopic is that? This quasi fucking communist democracy thing they got running in Britain, ruled by a certain fucking peoples, is highly fucked. Yeah. So that's what they're all doing. It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. They're like, he's not obeying. Look, I had all this in school, so I can't get. Look at my face. Bothers nothing. Yeah, look at him. Yeah, everyone's just crashing the fuck up for anything. It's just craziness. So yeah, that's what we got to deal with as well with people. Who even knows what they've got lined up in the crazy world theater? Yeah, we've had so many things going on in the last decades. Yeah, you look out the window, the birds are tweeting, and everything just carries on going on, doesn't it? Yeah, that's because it's all fucking bullshit, guys. You see it, right? People see most of their stuff on the news. The real news is non-existent. Maybe fucking Tibbsy the cat got caught up a tree. Maybe that's the real news. Otherwise, and that's probably faked. Anyway, so yeah, foraging is wicked. That's what we need to do. Forage. So what do you think they're having in like a muck chicken? Do you think that's like where all of the gammy legs go? No, seriously. I looked into the amputeeism industry. It's like $1 billion a year, man. He earns a fucking pack of just chopping people's bits off, man. And then what happens to all of them skips full of legaroonies, do you think? Yeah. I wouldn't trust this place. It's too fucking Soylent Green for me. I'm very careful, especially about what I eat. I will loyal. Shit, I don't know that, but I can see it. All right, thank you, enlightenment. I haven't got the context there. Sorry, fully. I want to come back as a bird. Well, you probably will then. Ain't you a bird now, though? I was a parrot in a previous life. This fucking dusty old big front room, Edwardian room, with two twins, and they were like older spinster types. They were more parroty than me. I was in a wooden cage, and they had these thick red velvet curtains, and every time they drew them, I would choke on the stinking fucking dust that came in. That was illuminated by the sunlight. So yeah, I got a lot of vivid memories of my parroty life. That was, I think, the life before last. So yeah, it's probably why I talk a lot. Any road. What's that, Mr. Rasnabrev? Got a bad rooster with them. Oh, I love a rooster. Yeah. Not cock-a-doodle-doo, though. What are you, in the USA? Okay. Rich Osborne? Wow. I have Michigan robin nests. Oh, I love robins. Seen one yesterday. So yeah, the Black Mountains. My God Almighty, guys, you wouldn't even fucking believe it. I used to go there every year when I was in school, and the river, man, and everything is just the best. Yeah, and it's proper high up as well. It's way the fuck away from the weirdos. It's brilliant. You can play music, bonfire. Chill the fuck out. No cares given. That's what we want, guys. That's what we want. No cares given. Things tube. I like your name. Nice to see your hero online, and we can talk. Oh, don't listen. Never meet your heroes. They only let you down. Okay, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm just the same as you. I'm just empowered myself. That's all, and I'm helping others unlock their human potential the way I've been doing, especially with the aging reversal process. That's going to be awesome. And now this with the appendix and the potential to enhance your immune and everything system to the point where you would never catch anything, you'd never get ill, and live for a long, long time. The food does obviously have to be sorted out because that's proper toxic. All of it is just bollocks, isn't it? The water, unfortunately, goes to the treatment plant to be treated. So there's that. But I'm in apparently a fluoride-free city. I'm not sure if that's actually true. The water tastes like swimming pools. That could be the chlorine. For the calcification of our pineal glands, another thing that they're doing with our fuckery to try and keep us down from our true spiritual purpose and what we're really capable of. Magic. You won't even need the internet. I'm telling you, it'd just be instant communication by the mind. If you just like... it's Michelle Gibson. I know that. Yeah, I know that lady. Yeah, has a lot on ley lines. Oh, yeah, she does. Enlightenment Doll. Jack, it's Jackie J Dream. Jackie in the outside. Jack's love. Good to see you, babe. What's going on? Yeah, there she is. It's my old spa, Jackie. Good to see you, love. So yeah, I'm going to start sharing. I got beautiful images and stuff as well to share. We're going to start here. Okay. As I said, I do not think we're in the same realm. And anatomical changes and geographical changes are the two we're going to talk about, and a few others in this post. Okay, we're not in this realm where these are shown to us. These maps, they're not here, and they look nothing like here. They make zero sense. And some of the body changes. So I'm thinking that the bodies have changed, and I'm thinking that we are just starting to notice, because I don't think we're anything like we used to be. I don't think anything's the same as it used to be. I'm not exactly sure what has happened. And maybe some sort of schism where we've just all gone, half of us have gone into one reality and the other half have gone into another reality. That's the way it feels to me. That's just me. I don't know. That's the way it feels. So yeah, we're going to be a crazy ride, a roller coaster ride of information, and I'm sure there'll be plenty for us to learn together. But make sure to comment about your appendix experience. How old are you when you had them removed? And did you find, this is what I'm interested in, did you have any character changes or anything that you would noticed after your appendix was removed? Like, I wasn't so emotional. I was tougher. I was crying a lot, you know, that sort of thing. Anything along those lines is what I would be interested in as well. Anything really. So they are accelerating through the dark ages to get to the reset. I think the reset was averted. That's why they had Agenda 21 is now past, hasn't it? It didn't happen. I think that's what Rona was about. Somebody shut them fucking troopers up. Lockdown. Everyone's like, mission shut them the fuck up. I still have an appendix. Good. So yeah, a lot of animals have got a super appendix that deal with, you know, our herbivoral ancestral past that they tell us that we have. Makes no sense to me. It's just rigid. Like you know, just eating grassy stuffs and seeds and stuff. So we had this appendix to help with that. And then we're not doing that anymore because we changed our diet, cooked food. Thank you, Trend. Jill. Oh, namaste to you. Oh, what's this about Divine Sparkage? I'm gonna definitely. What's this? Oh shit! I can't scroll. Okay. Love always, says Lay. God is love. I couldn't agree more. The word is love, as you know. Energy can't be created nor destroyed, only transformed. Indeed, 100%. Namaste to you as well. Divine Spark of God is in me. Acknowledges the blessings of the divine spark and the God within you. Okay, isn't that beautiful? Oh, thank you for that. It was really lovely. Yeah, man, 100%. Fuck yeah, divine spark age. Woohoo! Removing the wisdom teeth influenced my behavior. I lost part of, well, I had fucked up wisdom teeth as well. They were ingrowing and or made my teeth go ping, 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 ping like that. I had all sorts of problems, but that is really interesting myself. Thanks. So just comment along those lines, see what we can learn together. This is a think tank after all, isn't it? And there's nothing more important to us than our health, is there? You could have $1 billion, wake up with like Shitsville, and then $1 billion doesn't mean anything anymore, does it? So be grateful for that, I think. Sparkage. Okay, let's get stuck in. I'm going to start here. I got an old anatomical chart that I dug up from, well, mid-1500s. Okay, so it's a French medical chart, and it shows the human body. I'm going to start here. So let's have a look at this. So it's from, as I said, mid-1500s, and it's a nice little, really interesting. What I'm going to look at as well is cranial, in the inner cranium changes, and the lower cranium as well. Is just, there is definitely something going on with that. And also, I'll get to that later, the human ear as well. I think that's been suppressed as well. I think there's something going on with that. I noticed that, you know, and I'm not just talking about when a pressure change happens on a plane, and instantly a click of a finger and I can hear fucking pins drop in China. My urine is that good, and then back to shit urine. Shows me that my ears are in a better state than they are ordinarily. Does that make sense? Same with my eyesight. I noticed early on, years ago, there were certain substances that I could partake upon that would make, well, would be like corrective eye surgery. I didn't need my glasses as much. I had better definition without them. So what we're going to look at, right? Okay, it's a bit of a crummy set of lungs. They look a bit small. I can't imagine our lungs being that small, but who even knows? So where's the heart here? Okay, let's have a look. So it's on the right hand side is by here, is it? Let's have a feel. Oh, I don't like feeling my heart. It fucking freaks me out. It reminds me that I'm supposed to be a human being, and I'm not down with that. I'm just in it. I'm energy and love, man, baby. So yeah, I can feel my heart. So it's over by there. Okay, so the heart is over there on the right hand side. It's not in the middle at all, is it? Okay, and there's the arteries over there. Let's have a little look. So they got strange, you know, terms, because it is obviously French. Middle ventricle. Oh. So yeah, I'm sure there's all sorts of parasites and weird shit living in the human body. Remember, they used to say to me, "You've definitely got a tapeworm. You never stop fucking eating, and you never gain a pound." Because I'm just like, I can eat. I eat a lot. A big massive foodage, and nothing happens, but I do a lot. So there's that. Okay, so this is apparently what you look like under your skin. Now, if you look at the cranium or the skull, in the back of the eye socket is a large hole. There's a large hole for the optic nerve to go through. Okay, so I've got loads of images in antiquity showing a large hole for the optic nerve. That's not the case anymore in the modern day. It's just a little hole like that for the optic nerve to go through. So it's either, you know, bad renderings, right? The fascia, something they don't tell us about, which is super important, is the membrane, or the lattice work that surrounds all the muscles under the skin on the human body. Massive importance to the way the system works, vastly overlooked by it all. All right, let's have a look. So this is the correlation to the star signs. You can do the same thing with the Kundalini system over some of these organs. But we got diarrhea. I definitely know what that is. And hernage is here, the hernia. Okay. And the Libra, right there. I'm Libra. Okay. Right. Now let's have a look where the heart is in the modern day. So just to remind ourselves, it's right over there. In 1550s. Modern day. Oh, it's almost in the middle. Maybe a little bit off center, but not really over by here. So I've noticed other anatomical changes. The heart, I don't think, is in the same place. And I don't think it's a pump either. I think it's a torsion field generator. All of it is just torus fields anyway, because it's ones and zeros. There's that. So the inner cranium on my First time I saw this, it's like, oh my God, it got a face. It's got eyes and a mouth. Oh my God, it looks just like a facehugger or one of those off Alien. In fact, a lot of the stuff that you will see on this post reminds you something of the Alien movie, even though it's supposed to be us. So yeah, I don't like, I'm getting all, I'm actually feeling all weird at the moment. So normal skull of a newborn. So baby's born and its skull is in like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. And I remember this because this spot here, the soft, sweet spot, or the soft spot, when my son was a baby, you could put your hand on it and you could literally feel like it going up and down. So I don't know if it's the heart beating. It's not the brain beating, that's for sure. Coronal. That's interesting. Anyway, is that the case in the past with dissections of the human skull? Well, we can investigate that. Okay. So is the brain what is actually doing the thinking anyway, or is it just a receiver transmitter sort of device? The information's already out there in the ether, in the dots. Yeah, okay, that's looking central. So say, can you see? Well, put it over there, by there. Well, that's better. No, say, can you see? That's right, it's not in the wrong place now. Kidneys. Well, my friend's got bad kidneys. Hoping he's going to get well soon. So when I was a youth, I remember they used to have a kidney punch in school and after, where they would come up and they would give you a dig in the back by here, and you would be like, have this sickening feeling, like you were going to piss yourself, and you were just floored with a kidney punch. Yeah, now they're under the rib cage and you can't get to them at all. So I'm wondering what the fuck they were punching when I was a kid. And they're not really that big, are they? I love steak and kidney pie as well. Oh, it's lovely. So, yeah, the kidneys are doing a lot, aren't they? You know, you can survive with one, apparently. So, there's that. Survive with no spleen, apparently. You can survive without an appendix, apparently. It's curious, isn't it? Maybe if you know, they're just giving us 2. Right, that's good. So, yeah, that's where the heart is. So it's just off center. Half of it is over, maybe, I don't know, just under half of it is over the central bit, over the 33 vertebra, mind you. And the rest is just over to the, I guess, in the right-hand side, yeah? And they're there. Are they really that big? Holy shit, ski. Okay, so yeah, they're protected by the rib cage. So I never got punched in them. So I'm wondering how they ended up there. So they're not really in the back. Maybe are they this side of the spinal column, sort of on the side. So they're not really in the back, and they're not really in the front either, by the look of it. In that ascending colon, right? Check this out. See these ascending colons, and this side your descending colon. They look like worms. And what do they say as well? They say that worms are 98% like human fucking DNA. We're closer to worms than anything. We are worms, yo. No, we just don't eat mud. And we look wormy flesh as well. So we're very close to them. So yeah, good morning, worm, your honor. So yeah, I think there might be some worm fucking parasite fuckery going on with the human body for sure. Okay, spleen. I think you can survive without a spleen as well, if I'm not mistaken. So there's quite a few things you can actually survive without. You can survive without a bladder, just have a bag, or even a bowel. They sort that out as well. I don't. They sort it all out now, don't they? I don't know. Oh, it blows my head off. Anyway, so this is curious. And I'm thinking a Mandela effect myself. I'm thinking that we're just not in the same realm anymore. So why is it when you look at this picture, why people think, right, if you haven't seen this picture before, there is no way that kids had 50 plus teeth crammed in their face when they were born. 50 plus teeth crammed in their face when they were born. I'll show you the x-rays now. They're quite horrendous. So yeah, apparently that's a child. The cranium connected there, and nose bone. It's interesting. We're so flawed. See the cranium, the back of the eye sockets. much smaller holes in that case. So that was an infant skull anyway. And some of these are from antiquity. Well, they found in the past, and you can see in this case, elongated heads. So not even the same as us, completely different heads, completely different peoples, all living in this same realm. Like another reality, guys, another dimension. How many do you see walking around in the modern day? Any? When was the last time you seen a conehead? No, not me. Like a real conehead. So yeah, you get an adult, and then what you see is the secondary teeth, and literally no evidence of this whole face on the antiquity skulls. I mean, no evidence of any of this, these first teeth that are in infants like that. So is it me that just thinks this is weird, or is just me then? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, born with 50 plus teeth, is it, like, to me, it strongly suggests some sort of Mandela effect, one for a better word, where the collective memory clashes with the physical evidence. Now, I dig that we all can remember losing our milk teeth, putting the tooth under the pillow for the tooth fairy, all that, and the hideous nightmare transition from tooth to tooth, and all of the pain that goes to the wiggling. Ooh, it's nearly out. Ooh, it feels so good. It's bad. Oh, fucking, it's out. It's out. Yay, I got 50p for the tooth fairy. Most people don't really want to remember that, so that's just tiny little bits of memory concerning the great trauma that we've apparently gone through in our massive teeth transitional phase, which we'll cover in some x-rays of this hideous alien looking thing that's happening to us. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, see all of this? No evidence in antiquity skulls that any of this is going on, like separate species. So yeah, every time I show these people out there, these images, I remember the first time I showed people these images, they have said this to me. Yeah, that can't be real, Matt. It's AI. And I've said, no, have a look for yourself. They are trying to tell us that's what we look like when we arrive in the plane. Maybe it's just me. Like that. We look like that. And our skulls look like them shells off of alien. And we look like face huggers too, as well. Don't we? It's just all really trippy. Yeah, can't even see the eye sockets. It's so small. See cracks in the back of there as well. Don't know why that is. Star Child. I don't know if that's fake. You used to see that on Lord Pye's channel years ago, didn't you? Oh, and it's just, again, it's just evidence, if it is real, of us not being in the same place as we were before. So yeah, an infant skull. You can see that the cavities are there. You just see them below the bone. But this is obviously a later, probably maybe a teenager, because there as evidence of secondary teeth as well. Huge craniums. Check the little slits at the back as well. So is that a recorded person? Apparently. I wonder how smart they were. So yeah, there it goes. Dear. I'm sorry, I just can't get my head around that. And then you see these old images, alchemical, the old classical mortise, hourglass, huge, or slits in this case for eye sockets in the back. Hardly any evidence on any of antiquities pictures for these said first teeth. Really weird stuff. Okay, back to the eyes. This one's got large holes in the back of the eyes. This one only tiny slits in the back of the eyes. This shapes the optic nerve. Others big holes. Why so many? Is it just bad drawing? Why so many anatomical changes with the pictures that we? What I'm trying to say is we look at pictures of skulls, and that's not what a skull looks like. They're showing us shit, aren't they? So why don't they show us what really is going on? Any ideas? It's just fucking crazy to me, guys. Anyway, this is an infant skeleton, or an image of. Very large cranium compared to the body, isn't it? So top heavy. And oh god, the worms. There you are, the worms all over you. Eating your brine. Ooh. More alchemical worms eating the brine, coming out. And these worms look remarkably like an appendix. So you know the worm in the knight's armor. I'm sure a lot of you know exactly what I'm talking about. It looks a bit like that. Yeah, I reckon the old world knew, and there's secrets concerning the skulls, concerning our skeleton, concerning our organs. So yeah, cranial differences. So this is one from antiquity. Apart from it being elongated, I don't see 5 sections, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's the lesser back. But what is this? It's just apparently that is being recorded. Okay. Dentistry. So I'm going to go through some dental records or dentist x-rays, starting from the youngest going up to adults. Mix 1 or 2 of them up. I'll try and identify that. But this is when you get to the age of all I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. My 2 front teeth. That really cute age when they haven't got any teeth in the front. So they're about 5 or 6, aren't they? Okay, about that age. So you can see this person has got no 2 front teeth just yet because they're up there. Or maybe, 2 front teeth that haven't shown. Because the other 2, they've fallen out. And all of the others, they're ready to get going. Wow. Why the fuck didn't he just have teeth just born? Why did we have to go through the whole painful process? Oh man, it's just super duper weird from milk teeth to secondary. So yeah, you get a bit older, you can still see the secondary teeth in the background, but they get less visible on the lower set. But you can still surely see them when they come up into, I guess, up into the teenage years. And then this is closer to the teenagers. You can see there's still evidence of these secondary teeth, 1 or 2 there in the gums. The rest can't really be seen because they've come through as seconds. And the wisdom teeth, this one's abnormally growing. That's what I had. It was pushing all the other teeth together. This is going to do exactly the same. That's supposed to be going straight up. And that one's off as well a bit. They're definitely going to remove their wisdom teeth. So the wisdom teeth are called wisdom teeth for a purpose, guys. They make you wise. They tap onto a nerve or something here that releases and just activates that part of the system. And if you remove the wisdom tooth, that's just not happening. And who even knows what other things? You know, there's so much that's been suppressed from human beings. One can only imagine what fantastic things we can discover about ourselves when we think outside the box on these matters. Okay, so yeah, pretty freaky stuff, wouldn't you say? Have a look at the appendix. Okay, let's just have a look at some images of skulls, give you some idea of the changes. So yeah, human skull, this one, and you can see the secondary teeth and some sort of cavities, I guess, where all them other ones, one maybe there, all happened. And this slit and hole for the optic nerves. The nose is a bit different as well, I reckon. Just so many changes. It's not in the same place as we were before. As I said before, elongated skulls. Just repeating them. Star Child. Oh yeah. And I have shown that. Okay, let's move on. So yeah, anatomical books are really good for clues because they do show changes in the human body. And I just think this is Robert Flood's book from between there, so maybe around 1600, and the images by Theodore de Bray, who did all them amazing images of America with the Floridians, etc. Johannes Kepler, anatomical medicine, magic, mystic, and spagaric, for whatever that is. I don't know. But yeah, it's a really interesting, obviously I can't read it, really interesting alchemical document, but they're the kidneys there. You can see that they're halfway. I wouldn't say they were forward any, more halfway, not in the back either. But yeah, a highly interesting book. I can share these medical books with you. I'll keep them up and then I can slot them to you. But I tell you what, there's some crazy stuff in here. And you can find the appendix. There's the kidney system. And there's definitely more going on with that. And that looks like a bit of bollocks. So it's all in Latin. But the images are just mind-blowing. It must have peeled humans back to have a look. Is all I can imagine. Exoskeleton, like a skeleton frame to hold us like aloft. When people are dancing, yeah, they're just energy. I can't imagine people just dancing there, just actually skeletons covered in a meat sack. Can't stand that thought. Look at this shit. Whew. So yeah, back in the 500 years ago, I don't think it was, like they said they were doing medical experiments in the Victorian era with the body snatchers. I think they were far more advanced in the ways of medicine back then. Alchemy. And they use magic, what they call magic, which is essentially magnetism. So here we go. The appendix. Oh my God. And I'm going to talk about this a lot in my posts, probably following this one. I got another post I got to do this week as well. So there it is. It's got its own basically artery to fuel it. So it's just redundant, is it? Because then it gets fueled by its own artery. Well, never mind that. So there it is there. Sesame, if that's even the way you pronounce it, and ascending colon, which we looked at earlier. Okay, so it's there. So is it dormant? Well, there it is. It looks like a worm. No, it's not dormant. It actually deals with the immune system and the microbiome system as well. And it works, but it's not working the way it was in our ancestral past when we were herbivores. Apparently, it was in full. We had then a super appendix. Now, there's animals out there with the super appendix, guys. And listen, this thing is just absolutely amazing what it could do. I can't even believe it. No wonder they can't wait to get it out of you. I mean, your tonsils and all the other bits that they just don't want us to have. But this one's a biggie, and I can't believe I overlooked it. If you could enhance your appendix usage, then you would never get ill. It would deal with all of that toxin, even probably out of the shit food they're giving us. That's my suspicion. And that is really shit food that they're giving us right now, guys, compared to what it used to be like. Cool. Oh, I'd be like to have a good, decent potato. So if it was still working, we would have advanced digestive and immunity, and the world's health would improve drastically, and the longevity. The appendix has been also known, okay, they took the earliest one out, apparently that was recorded, it was late 1700s. I've read all about this, but they've removed many since. Some of the patients died in the process, because appendicitis is when it gets infected by a bit of poo getting in, and then you're dead, which is a really weird sort of default system in the human body, I would say, to be able to have such a weird thing happening in the first place. Not very perfect, is it? Appendix have been known to grow teeth and hair. Right. So you may or may not know that the appendix has 200 million neurons. Yeah, that's right. It's a brain. The appendix is a brain. It's not only a brain, it's a brain that looks like a worm with 200 million neurons doing stuff that they're telling us that ain't happening, which is surely happening. Do you find that interesting? That's your stomach brain. I think that would be super important, don't you? Anyway, also, there's a lot of alchemical links with information around the appendix, which I'm going to dig into, but spiritually, it deals with intuition. I had it earlier. So I had this gut feeling earlier, okay? I was just like, oh, what's that? Not necessarily attaching it to some shit going down, but something in the ether was happening, okay? And I still got it now a bit. Okay, might be just maybe you need a snack. But I feel it there. Like a gut feeling. That's appendix. That is intuition. That's how important it is. It puts a pulse out. Stored information, stored emotions. All that emotion you get stored up until you reach that breaking point, and then where? That's the appendix, guys. I don't even want to take it off. Hidden wisdom is stored in the appendix, and forgotten knowledge of who we really are is stored in the appendix, and it all goes to shit in a handbag. I would suggest that it goes to shit in a handbag through some sort of deliberate means, because you know what it's like here. It's the slow kill, isn't it, guys? That's everybody. They don't have to do it quickly because they'll just milk it for money, but they don't want to get rid of all the cattle straight away, do they? So tag them. Patch them up, send them back out until they can't take no more. When they're broken, fuck them. This is an old document you can see here. I have posted about it before, but I just find it interesting that this also is a worm or a serpent in the human body. And this is the most certain and true relation of a strange monster or serpent found in the left ventricle of the human heart of a young 21-year-old boy. Okay. So I can only presume, if they wrote an entire book with pictures, that this shit actually went down. Okay, guys. So apparently we've got the appendix, which is dealing with all of those things that they never ever told us about, which is absolutely fantastic. Blows my head off to think all of this and what I'm going to discover this week and come in and you guys help out concerning the appendix. The add-on. So yeah, it tells you everything. I'll link this up as well if you are interested, but it gives you that there was a serpent or a worm living in the human heart. So it could be, people could have literal parasites inside them doing this, making them, you know, like mold starts it, making you eat sugar, bossing you around, controlling your mind. Who even knows? But the appendix, whew, let's dig in with that. Any more pictures of this strange creature and monster that lives in the house? I read last week as well, but I can't find. AI says, oh, this never happened. I was like, well, how come I found it in an old book? And I tried to copy and paste it, but I just got, I lost. What's that? Fighting cocks. Ugh. I just got lost. Anyway, like I just did again. So, yeah. It's highly fucking freaky. Let me know what you think in comments, especially concerning appendix and stuff, guys. So a lot of strangeness going on around birth. That will be a vlog in itself as well. Sorry about the hairy underpants there. I didn't spot that. But yeah, the baby's all like head squashed in with all like intestines, and intestines look like brain, don't they? What a weird thing they say they got inside us. So yeah, this is a sculpture, as you can see, showing all of the stuff that's happening under our skin. He's actually carrying his skin, and under the skin is all the fascia and muscle. Our skin suits an organ. Keep it healthy. You can see when people got bad health or got bad vibration or full of fear, because they get all blotchy and they get like zits and shit, and they get all like fucking anemic and pale looking and bags and stuff. Yeah, that's fear. That's being a pussy that makes that happen. Excuse the phrase, guys, but it really is. When people are standing their own power and stuff like that don't even happen. Just fucking. So yeah, Brian's. Yeah, so light. It's never going to see the light. It's always in pitch black, apparently. And there's all these trillions of neurons firing off. Now, I'm a big believer in the elasticity of the brain, and making new neural pathways and synapses, right, by doing shit. So sitting there on a computer, I don't think that's doing it. That's probably dumbing it down, is what it's doing. You need to get out in nature, man. The real... So that's where all the synapses start firing, when you start to make sense of what reality is and stuff. And learning stuff like, you know, music or anything really, to get them neurons, especially if people are getting older as well, because, you know, fucking dementia comes in with like a baseball bat to smash your head in. So yeah, not for everybody though, but for a lot of people. So it's good to keep the brain active, do stuff all of the time, get them neurons. So this is absolutely amazing. I definitely think this is a thing. Yeah, you are a lump of spunk. The brain and the spinal cord. So yeah, so you can see the spunctui there at the top. The sperm cell looks exactly like, and do you know on Alien, the Predator, I mean, he rips up the spinal column and the skull and goes. Sorry, I can't do a good Predator voice. And it's fully developed sperm cell. So do you reckon that's what it is? A big spunk. Spunkage. So yeah, what we got here? Let's have a look at the Brian. So yeah, to me, I don't think any of it's there until it's actually looked at, like the whole of this energy saving system, because there wouldn't be any need for the wave function to collapse to show you shit that's fucking not actually happening until you look. And let's be honest, none of us are ever going to see our brains, like ever, hopefully. And if they do, a very rare occasion. But they just say that's happening. Yeah, whatever. I'm energy, frequency, high frequency. So yeah, there's the Brian giving off electrical responses, caught in some sort of scannage. CT scans, I think, have been around since antiquity. Almost seen the pineal gland there in action, giving out a pulse. So it's all very fractal. And as Michael Talbot said in Holographic Universe book, the brain shows the same, exhibits the same principles as holography. So the brain is a hologram as well as everything else. All of it is an illusion. It's a dream within a dream, I'm afraid. Well, I'm not afraid. I'm unafraid. And I'm in a standing. There you are. There you are there. That's what you really are. And you could be in a jar. But this human costume is being old and boring. If you could just live in a state where you didn't really need bodily things, because let's be honest, they're all... It makes for trouble, doesn't it? So if you could live in a higher state of consciousness where you're in a state of ecstatic existence, like buzzing your ass off all the time to a point of that place of eternity that I once touched, that all the time, you wouldn't actually need food. You wouldn't need to poo because you wouldn't need any food. You wouldn't need anything, actually. So I definitely think I got an abnormal skull. And once my school teacher, I'm not trauma bonding with you guys. I'm just telling you a sad story, but it's not sad. It's happy too because I'm here. The teacher, Rufus, who once asked me if I had any dope, was really cheeky. Of course not, I said. He said, could you stand up against the blackboard? And you got a piece of chalk. Is it okay to say blackboard in this day and age? I don't know anymore. He drew with chalk around my head, like that, my silhouette of my skull. And he put an arrow and he put Martin Liedtke, abnormal skull, with an arrow pointing to it. It's like, cool, all right, sit down. Vanessa Biena. So you got this girl up, and he put her next to the blackboard, and he drew a silhouette of her skull, and he put a arrow saying Vanessa Biena, arrow, normal skull. And the fucker left that up on the blackboard for 1,200 pupils to see and ridicule me for the whole week. So it was quite gaslighty, I thought. They would all rub the back of my head like that because I had a skinhead. And I just said that I was singing once the national anthem in the rugby, and a rugby ball got kicked and I swallowed it and it stuck out the back of my head as an excuse. Right, yeah. So where are we in nature if we're exactly the same as everything else? So what do you think they do with the placentas? So A, I don't think we should disconnect the child after birth straight away, cut that umbilical cord, because I still think there's a big download going on. But yeah, they cut it too short, they cut it really close, and it's just weird as fuck that they've just presumed. Dent it in, possibly. Let's take some blood, ping. Poor little mite. And then the placenta, which is possibly has the description of what being alive is. It is alive, and it's pure stem cells, and it's us. It's another us in our placenta. Okay, all that information is locked in to the placenta, and they go missing, all of them. And I wonder what happens to them. So I'd like to take mine with me, thanks. Anyway, there's so much strangeness. So where, you know, the human lung's the same as the alveoli of the lung. It's the same as a tree branch, and the tree stump the same as the individual fingerprint, leaves, human veins, river networks, all identical. How so, guys? Doesn't that just show us that this is a sim of some sort? I'm definitely in the camp that there's been no external world. That's what I'm thinking. Just energy, vibration, frequency, oscillating. That's us. At high speed, giving it form and solidity in the 3D realm. So yeah, flat Earth as a God's eye. I like to think about that. I'm sure McLondon definitely loves to think about that. What about the this scenario that has people talked about on the internet just lately is the human duplication program, where people are being replaced, probably in underground facilities, and being cloned and having implanted fake ass memories. Now, well, that could explain why everyone's like invasion of the fucking body snatchers just lately. Okay. And that could explain why there's so much switcheroony and nobody seems to know what to remember anymore. Example, Dolly's got braces anymore. Nobody got a firm grasp on what is real or not anymore. Human duplication agenda. Could they be doing that from underground labs? What would they do with the other you? Use it as an energy source, battery, maybe, torture its ass. They're doing that already. So yeah, they had these on women in the past, in well, up to quite recent days, was a corset. Now, I definitely think this is really fuckery along the same lines as binding feet and binding other things and other things that happen to women. That's forced on them, and I definitely think they're shrinking the pelvises and the digestive system. Why is that? So little Missy don't have to eat much, is it? It's just strange stuff, man. And they just nowadays, try and get a woman in a corset in the modern world. Wouldn't happen. So yeah, let's have a look at Mr. Got No Skin. Fuck me. It's horrendous, isn't it? This is what we've literally been born into, guys, is a realm of like, just like this. It's horrendous. It is absolutely horrendous. It's like a bomb going off in my Brian. Okay. I'm not sure what these are doing with this collection of photographs, but they're showing advanced weaponry coming out of a fort, firing large projectiles. No context to what I've been talking about, but interesting nevertheless. Okay. Yeah, medical experiments with humans and electricity. I definitely think they got that on cloning. If they're doing this in like the 1800s, these sort of experiments and activating using electric human heads that are going to talk and think and stuff. I think heads in a jar scenario is definitely on the cards. And who even knows? Reanimation of the dead? Don't even know. Have a look at these. Excuse me, let me just check what pictures I am looking at here. Yeah, I'm supposed to be going through these now. Let me just go through these because that's my images of the day. Map changes. Okay, well, they're a biggie, aren't they? They make no fucking sense to anybody. This is just a standard map, but it's got a big grand territory that apparently don't exist. You got the Moguls there for India, but what geographical changes? Okay. What about the thumping Great Iceland, which is bigger than Britain? Is that the case in real life? Probably not. Well, Island, California, that's obviously a biggie, isn't it? And no, New Zealand. So where is New Zealand? It's here in the South Pacific in line with Chile. Okay. And this is obviously Australia. So it is northeast of Australia, but I definitely think there's a geographical change with the position of New Zealand. I'm sorry, I just remember it being southeast easterly, not northeast of Australia in my head. There was Australia and there was Tasmania, and New Zealand was over by here in my head. Now it's up by here. I'm like, it doesn't make no sense. That's not what I remember. Hey ho. So these old American borealis pictures show the Hyperborean, and they all show same things, like same features on Hyperborean maps, surrounded by mountain ranges. So why are they doing that? If they're not really existing in a modern day, is it the case that we're looking at another realm? And this lake here doesn't exist as well anymore. Bacalonius 1507, Bacchus. Definitely the Phoenicians. We see Anglican. Okay, let's move further east, shall we? Further west. Well, we can't see California, but in this map, it ain't no island. But one big thing that's missing on this map is they didn't map the Great Lakes. They're not there on this map. But the River St. Lawrence coming down to no Great Lakes. So there's that. I don't know what this massive island archipelago off of Florida is, because there isn't one off of Florida in that regard, unless they brought up the Caribbean islands just to bring them in the map. Anyway, none of that makes any sense. And what about this as well, over on this side? Can you see? Oh, I can't. Grochland. There. Grochland, which is apparently Greenland, which is not coming downwards, north to south, which is going in east to west direction, which is, again, making zero sense. And it shouldn't be there anyway. So whatever Grochland is. Okay, so we don't get no more lands here because probably still underwater or whatever. It's just no maps in the old world seem to match at all, do they? Let's move on. Antarctica. What a highly suspicious place that is. So I'm looking at an azimuthal equidistant looking down at the North Pole, and all they show is a big green expanse. Not ice, not a big green expanse. And Greenland is attached to this big green expanse. How so? Because apparently none of it's there, but again, in this, and this big island, 3 islands here, don't know what that is either. It's not Baffin Island. So I don't know. It's just not making any sense. And this ginormous land mass is below South America. Is supposed to be Antarctica. That wasn't even discovered at this period. But we won't go into that. Weird. So again, Island California, we get some strange Pacific changes as well. There's, orientation of continents as well. I don't think South America sticks out in this direction. It's sort of straight down from here in a straight line. You'll see somewhere it's just oriented towards the east more, and some towards the west. It's just, I don't know if it's just bad cartography or we're just not in the same realm. Anyway, something happened in the periods between that last map that attached California again, but no Great Lakes have happened because the pre-Armageddon mining operation hadn't yet started. So there is chain of islands there off of Cuba. I'm guessing that is, well, Bermuda's out here. I am unsure, but yeah. Mexico. Texas is Mexico on this map. But yeah, no, there's a little Great Lake up there, but not really. So yeah, the map changes are profound. I definitely think when you've got a continent coming up here, up towards the equator here, which is attached to this big continent, which is apparently Antarctica. So Antarctica coming up to the equator. So like Caribbean, Antarctica boiling hot, yo. All right, let's have a look at this ship crossings across the Pacific, eh? Across the weird timelines I don't think they had running then. So all of that, including Arabia, is Tartaria. India, China, not Japan though. And Japan's just a weird blob. What is that? Excuse me. So Japan is Japan. What is Campania land? That's new to me. What else have we got? So all of Asia. It says NATO there. NATO, NATO. In Turkey, NATO. Huh. All of Arabia, all of India, all of China, all of Persia, most of Asia coming up to the Moscow border is Tartaria in this map. The civilization that they still refuse existed, a lot of people, in the official narrative, apparently. Island California, don't know what that land is there. What else is there going on with this map? Too strange for words. You don't see a lot of ice and snow, really, in a lot of maps, but yeah. Result for Tartaria, and they got a lot of shipping going on there as well. What they're Well, they got India spices, all that groovy stuff. Don't you know? Have I got anyone actually in chat? I'm even talking to myself. Oh, yeah, 257. Oh, yeah, welcome. Companion lands, Jan Simpson, lovely. I don't know. It's new to me. Japan is just like you can see a big island there and a little archipelago is a bit off as well. We'll look at what Japan looks like in a minute. Hyperborean lands don't exist. Blob don't exist. All this big continent don't exist. And does South America look like that? No. Does North America look like that? No. Africa's supposed to look like that. Asia looks like that. All of it is Tartaria again. Like all of it is Tartaria. Tartaria, Tartaria. So yeah. I think it was a Game of Thrones. So yeah, here's Japan, but again, it's wrongly oriented. Don't know what that other island is at all, really. And then we got Saipan is facing east to west instead of going like more north-south direction, like there. Japan is a big blob there. Got some Phoenician whales. Look how close it is to America, the Pacific. No wonder they attacked Pearl Harbor. It's only like about a minute across on a speedboat. How is that so? Exactly. And we got Tartary and China, but not Japan. But the original occupants of Japan, I think, were not Japanese looking at all. Evidence shows that they were a bunch of gingers. Like they were in Peru and in other places. So, well, we got you out of California, and we've got the lakes that exist in. So, yeah, my point is, guys, that the maps have dramatically changed. Do they point towards we're looking at other timelines? Because none of this is making any sense. Or did it just the world reset and then they're all just underwater, like Thula, or this weird massive Greenland thing that is apparently got a huge lake in it and it's got into like 2 islands and stuff. I don't even know. And the massive Hyperborean, which is occupied by pygmies, inhabitants of pygmies in that place. And not giants, according to Makata. So maybe he's just anti-giant, who even knows. So yeah, all that doesn't exist either. But yet they've gone to the effort to show us them on maps. Does that even make any sense? Not really, no. Hyperborean again, massive whatever that is again. And again with this massive whatever it is at the bottom of the world. That they say, here we are up in Hyperborean land. And this is apparently Alaska. There's a lot of Q words coming into the story.
Don't know quite why. Look at all these settlements. Animals. Churches. So, yeah, it'd only be a hop, skip, and a jump, wouldn't it, from Tartaria, which is or Hyperborean, to this place. And I'm not seeing snow happening in Alaska or actually anywhere in this map at all. Just warm. I know I can't blow this up, but this is a stinking map. It's the worst cartography ever, but it shows a very strange United States. It's mostly Central America and that blob at the top and that. Just don't know what to make of it. Amicators Hyperborean with Thula, and everything's green and lovely. And in the middle, my favorite Mount Meru there is, taken away, keeping the dome from flooding us. Polaris, they say, but it's a magnetic mountain. Let's have a close up on Mount Meru. There it is. So yeah, you can sail to that. It's pretty weather up there, you know, guys. Beyond the what they say is freezing ass stuff. It gets into like a spring day. Well, according to Olaf Johnson, who I actually believe. So there's that. More strange maps. There. And there's a ton of strange maps which show the world in the past looking nothing like it is today. Mandela effects. Who even knows? It's totally crazy, yo. Okay. So let me just get back into images and come back for a minute so I can orientate myself into my images for a minute. See what's going on in the crowd. What are you saying, Rachel? Yeah, okay. Internal, lots going on. Okay. Language changes DNA. Oh, I definitely think you're right along with that. Excuse me. Lee, good to see you. Language changes DNA. And Ryan, I think so too. We barely know the Pacific. Well, it's just, I can't even believe that they sail across it. It's that big. What do you bought it? But apparently they do fly, they say, as well, which is weird. Human beings have mutated according to the characters they speak. The Japanese have mutated according to the sound of their language that applies to the continent's language change. I reckon it's like goldfish, you know, going to the volume of their tank. Yeah, I definitely think you're onto something there. Yeah, I like that. Cool. That's a whole load of thinking in itself. That one. Zealandia is on the rise. Yeah. I'm not sure about plate Teutonics, actually. I don't know. Got no personal proof that any of that is happening, really. But beds of lava. What is it? I thought it was oceans down there. Which is it, lava or oceans in the mantle? Really confused. Both. Don't be fucking steamy. Buried cities in northern Greenland. Agreed, Jen. I felt them every day in a 5-story pole house. I don't know what that means. Oh, sounds good. Sounds groovy. Okay. Let me work my whistle. Make sure to share this out, guys. I'll be back in a day. I got to do an appendix post, definitely. Well, Pangea, Lumeria, or Mu. Again, apparently all existed in the far off distant past, in my mind. Just me. I don't think it existed, like these far off periods. I know Richard Dawkins does, so that's why I don't. What's that? Oh, dried salt lakes. Yeah, man. Okay, let's move back into my images because I do not want a remarkably long post tonight because it's getting it's quite chilly out there today for winter. Okay, let me just see what these images are. I think I've got them all mixed up. Okay. No? So next, I went to, as I explained, the Black Mountains, seen some beautiful things, and this church. So I seen it when I was a kid and went there with the school, and I was like, "Whoa, it's just so trippy." It's on the highest road in Wales, and it's the crookedest church in Britain. I think it's probably in the world. There's no straight lines in there because apparently it's sitting on a block of earth, if you like, that is moving down a mountain, and it has been for donkey's years, apparently triggered off maybe by an earthquake in the 1700s that set her off a walking. So yeah, it's on the move millimeters a day. It's the weirdest place. So when you're walking on this road, you can feel the ground moving below your feet. There's an ancient landslide that's happening every day, and you can feel like an energy coming this way. Bonkers. And then when you go into church, you feel all disorientated, and it's just, but yeah, Wales is God's country. And in my thinking, it's where Jesus is and his family. Okay. In my thinking. Anyway, let's move on. So yeah, went to this really groovy church, and it was called St. Martin's. Shit the bed, I thought. Let's have a little look at this. Nature's come back. Now, the Black Mountains are absolutely beautiful. There's me outside a telephone box. If you don't know what that is, they are urinals of the old day, or get out of the rain and eat your chips survival boxes. And there's me in my countryside Armageddon kit. Brilliant at bugging out. If shit did hit a fan, I'd be like, shit the bed. Well, I'd be like, oh, it's terrible, isn't it? The end of the world. Oh, fucking hell. Look at these mountains, aren't they beautiful? So yeah, this thing supposed. So we did some research on Google trying to find out like what is its mechanism. This is a grain mill, obviously. It's super old. Apparently worked on a water system, not electric. But this, I think, is fixed, and I think that this thing below actually turns, and they throw the grain on and it crushes it to flour. But no evidence that the water works. They've got it going. I think that's the case. This is fixed. So I don't think that was... well, it was turning, but I don't think that was what set it all off, because there's obviously a mechanism. So yeah, that is infinitely old, that is. And it was on the hill. That is on the move. It's an old mill near St. Martin's Church in Cwmioyo, in the Black Mountains of Wales. So yeah, it's good to get out and explore. So yeah, you walk in the church and everything's like, it's like the crazy house at the fun fair. Everything's like, and there's a grill in the floor and it goes super deep, which is leads me to suspicion because of the immense flying buttresses outside, but no straight lines. This is the weirdest place in the world, guys. Look at that. And it's still on the move, millimeters a year. I don't know what Celtic this is like. So how old is the church? 800 years old. Ancient Celtic stuff in this church. And I think Llewellyn and other Welsh princes and kings have been in this place as well. There was a lot of battles because just over the mountain, we're the English. So just over the other side of that mountain that this is on is Offa's Dyke. It's an earth defence built by King Offa. I think it was in 6th century AD, so they say. And then we had battles and wars, and 600 years ago, 1400s, Wales fell, unfortunately. So yeah, check this out. This whole thing is just falling down. So they've just put these in the Victorian period. I have got a Victorian photo to show you. So yeah, the roof itself, guys, is made of stone blocks. Okay, there I am, ready for Armageddon. You look at that. You can't even see me. I am fucking so close. Look at me. I'm like a chameleon. You got to say, said a human there. So fuck yeah, I am. I have Mozart coming from my yard. So yeah, it is nutty. But whoa, so yeah, got out and about, camped in a field, played football at 7 in the morning, went for like a few mile hike up to this church. This was like when everybody else is in snowy land. But the weather hasn't been remarkably warm. So yeah, that tower is like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It's not like a church tower. It's like a castle. It's got castellations. Very curious. So yeah, 800-year-old. Imagine it, all the people have been through there over the eras. Fucking. So yeah, there's apparently a secret I'm super excited to find out about. So yeah, I reckon there's treasure as fuck. I'm going treasure hunting, and there's apparently an only say so or hearsay, a tunnel that goes straight through the mountain over to the other side in England by long time. I'm like, oh yeah, that is definitely something I should be discovering. Check the size of the flying buttress. They go in deep. I bet this thing goes a lot deeper, is my suspicion. We did. You could see grills and it went right down. So it does go deeper. Probably crypts under it. Not crisps, crypts. Oh, I fucking love a dry stone wall. Oh, yeah. And this is a good example of Welsh dry stone walling. I've done it myself. And, oh, yeah, cock and hen topping and covered in lovely mossy stuff. And in the background, you can see all the Welsh mountains. Ah, that's why God lives here. It's a lovely Welsh wall, that, guys. Just appreciate that Welsh wall. So let's have a look. We got some footage taken by my friend Nicola, who's in chat now, I guess. Let's have a look. So yeah, we went up there. Well, that's my new thing. Camping. Brilliant. Oh shit, the bed. What happened there? Sorry.
I'm just thinking, red ended.
Yeah. So yeah, there's some unusual plantage in there which needs to be decoded. Hawthorn, I heard, is really good. I need to identify a lot more of these local plants in this place. The cemetery itself, not particularly early graves, but apparently the whole thing's on the move. And that would that include the cemetery as well? Apparently, crazy. And look at how old the tree is.
They gotta be
Oh, look at these chips.
something associated to Belladonna.
Isn't that something related to salvia?
No, Jackie.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, deadly nightshade.
I really don't know.
That's beautiful.
It's not up on my plants and herbs.
So yeah, that is proper in the middle of nowhere, right? It's literally the end of the world could happen, and you wouldn't give a frig there. And it's just, honest to God, it is so beautiful. No place makes me feel like Lantoni and this whole valley area. No place on earth. It's just the energy. So ancient, mystical. Feel it in the air. It's tangible. Then there's all this freaky shit, like the wonkiest church in the world on the highest road in Wales and all of it. I know, Chris, graveyard. Oh, I bet they got the best rooms in the world up there, Jan. This is Welsh rooms, you know. Got the best gold in the world, like literally. Google it. Best gold in the world is Welsh gold, and we got the best mushrooms as well. So yeah, this mountain here, see that? Oh, maybe fucking. It's on the move. This whole thing. I think it's a pyramid. I think there's a pyramid. I do. I'm literally all of these like Bosnian pyramids. I'm like, fucking hell. You want to see how many pyramids are in Britain that they don't talk about? I bet Glastonbury Tor is a pyramid, guys. Look at it. It's got steps like a pyramid. It looks like a pyramid. I think it's a pyramid. It's probably got caverns and shit. So yeah, if it's actually buffing, just come off screen for a second, and I can refresh that. So yeah, I know I'm biased for Wales being Welsh and thing, guys, but honest to God, I'm sure you can appreciate how beautiful it all is. Now you'll see this mountain. Now I'm going to show you that it's on the move. Most peculiar indeed. So camera setting down. So yeah, welcome 250. You sorry I wasn't there for a flat a day, but that's what I was doing. I was boots on the ground archaeology, yo. That's where it's at. Because you know the internet is all gone to shit in a handbag, hasn't it? It's fucking nuts lately. So there's that. Okay, let's have a look at this mountain. So yeah, the whole thing looks like it's been sheared away here, and the whole thing is on the move. That lump there is on the move. Whole thing. So yeah, so the town we was or the little tiny place we were trying to get to. Oh, that's it. That's on the move. Sorry, off that other mountain. Trying to get to. The road was blocked because literally they had a landslide. This place is landslide capital or something, and the road disappeared. So like you got to go right round the valley, 2 hours to get to the neighboring village. It's like literally inaccessible. It's just like all these geographical or you know unbelievable things happening out in the mountains you never ever think about. Yeah, check it out. So yeah, very few people, lots and lots of sheep, horses and cows and butterflies and things, and ancient Welsh stuff is what you get in the Welsh mountains. Oh, these are images of the day. Let's have a look at them then while we're here. It's a weird one, guys. Okay, we're just moving on to my images of the day before I get out of here. Okay. This is Angela Lansbury, Merger she wrote with her daughter. Okay. Her daughter ended up going off to join the family. Here is the daddy of the family, Charles Manson. Do you notice anything strange about Charles Manson? So where's the swastika? Then it was a cross. Then it was a swastika more. And now it's not there at all. How many Charles Mansons are there exactly, guys? So, yeah, fucking freak show that was. This is World War II, and this is the terrible confrontation between the Germans and the Swiss on the border. No, actually, this is nothing going on. This is how volatile things were on the German-Swiss border. Like, nothing going on. Do you want to fag me? Yeah, God, this is boring. Yeah, but it's better than getting blown up on the Eastern Front. Oh, there is that. So there's that. Okay, my images are all mixed up. I'm going to come back and sort that out. Right, let me drink something. So, are we all sweet and cutchy today, guys? Fucking camera keeps swimming now. I think we're not about 1 foot tall. There. Right, let's have a look. What we got. Growing up, I lived in a street from Charles Manson, his grandparents in Eastern Kentucky. Ugh, how weird is that? Could be worse. Okay. AI has been doing miraculous things before our eyes for many years. Most of us are suspecting that by now, aren't we? It just looks like it is. I find iconic that locked and Charles Manson for his crimes he didn't even commit. Yeah, but you know, fucking apparently he brainwashed them into doing it. So according to the government, that is what he did, and he's like never even. He never did. No, he didn't do anything. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy, says Pavlov's sheep. That's quite so. He is very, very naughty boy. It is, Rachel. It is a joke. Ugh. Shit. got that buzzing in my ear again. I went to the tinnitus hotline. It just kept on ringing. On his interviews, it's very interesting though. They have been popping up recently. I don't know who that is. Don't watch anything, hardly anything on the internet, actually, because it ain't flat Earth British. Matthew, you love it, you boy back. Oh god, yeah, man, the best place in the world. Fucking love it. They're Brecon Beacons, anywhere like that. And possibly green. My cat thinks she wants some. Ooh, have you got a lovely cat, like that? Oh, we don't have animals here. Okay, let me just see where I am on my pictures because all of it has gone a bit weird, actually. So have a look. I think I mixed a bunch up. Okay, we're good to go. I got him. Okay, I've got assorted images and we're going to sort through them now. And then that'll be my effort for the day of Flatterday returnage. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. This has been Marticus Von Booburg. Imagine icebergs, not icebergs, but actually boobs. That would be better, wouldn't it? Welcome to Martin World. It's a very strange place, but very lovely. So there's the church in the Victorian era, St. Martin's. As you can see, the buttresses are already in place. And it's very, very wonky. Like it's going to fall down. Wonder why they didn't let it fall down. Most churches you couldn't give a shit about. And the stone roof they replaced in the 1800s as well with a lesser stone. Because literally there must be 100 tons of stone up on that roof. No wonder the fucking thing's wonky. Anyway. Excuse me. Right, let's have a look at these massive American cities. I think this one is Mississippi, Cincinnati, which is not Mississippi. Actually, sure, excuse me. The Golden Age of Zeppelins and balloons in Tartaria. So I found this in an old book this week. I'm not actually sure what it is, but it's a bit of a water gadget, maybe a pump. I still can't work it out in my head how that water wheel turned. I'm gonna have to look into that more. This is the Custom House in Melbourne back in the day. Now, all custom houses are pretty much identical all over the world. Like there's one race, one people's made them. Yeah, this sucks. Look at this. Man sits next to the truck with a flat tire in Houston in 1966. I wonder if it was on Route 66. That's not in Houston. And obviously never had the right size tire. I would have improvised with the penknife, whittled myself a tire. So yeah, the German army in World War II, Hugo Boss, yeah, designed the uniforms. You get like these trendy little nut swords and shit, fucking all sorts of stuff, and a leather jacket as well, and leather boots as well. That's what they give you. Somebody over there going to the shops in their pajamas. Seen that today. I had to comment on it. Yeah, I was in Lidl's and this family couldn't be fucking bothered. They spend about like £500 on like weird food, because they do, and they couldn't be bothered getting dressed. So she had stinky gym jams on, and no shame whatsoever. So horrible how times have changed to Stinkiesville. It's unbelievable, but it's not about me anyway. So what I care. So that's what they like for us all, for us to fuck off, because we're already obsolete. AI is about to like come down with a big heavy hammer, and then everyone's going to have to like stay at home in their 5-minute cities. 15-minute, you fucking be lucky. Try 5-minute. Try gated community with a fucking guard, just like a prison. That's the way communist Britain's going, guys. One generation, Britain is finished. Over. Just a distant memory. Breaking a lot of people's hearts, but so yeah, this deity, I'm not sure if it's Vishnu or whatever, is Shiva, maybe the destroyer. She's giving me Shiva vibes, especially with all them arms. Stepping on a baby. It's not very kind, is it, for religion? I wonder why they do that. See, angels doing that too. Just step on a baby. So yeah, tobacco was publicized in the past, the advertising world, is a very healthy thing indeed. Your doctor smokes tobacco. These girls wear tobacco leaves. Lush, you know, I'd like to smoke them, would you? The tobacco leaves. So you come up, this is how considerate they were in antiquity and how Stupidsville it is now, right, guys? Is when you came home pissed in the old days. This is a pissed up lock opener. So you're there with your key. Fucking hell. And it slides right in. This is genius, right? A lock you can open, bollocks. That's what we want. We want convenience. So yeah, there's different names for barrels. Roll out the barrel. That's what you were singing when you were pissed. The big one is called the butt. You get a drink out of the butt. And you got a punching, which is like lunching, and a hogshy. Hogshy, a butt, and a lynch punching. So yeah, but that's funny, isn't it? This is in India, and it's a ancient silver vase. Look at this. How the fuck haven't it been? If that was in Britain, that would be long stolen. Can't believe it don't get nicked. Mind you, they probably execute a village or something if that got stolen. Look at that. Yeah, come in at night, lorry and IAB. The gypsies would have that right away, wouldn't they, guys, in Britain? Fucking hell. So yeah, apparently there's nothing pervy going on here at all. It's like, what? There's 3 in a bed. Apparently, there was like a whole loads of people would share the same bed, they telling us in antiquity. And the little one said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over and one fell out and died. Snap neck. Pretty sad. So apparently, yeah, so we had 2 sleeps, middle sleep, big sleep. We drank a lot. And apparently everyone just laid down in the same bed, apparently, because that's what they say. Communal beds. Sounds shit. Can you imagine that all night? Farting, snoring, fucking heat, people. Oh, fucking hell. Anyway, it's not about me. Get over it, Matt. Just move on. So, yeah, that's nice. And it was on the top of there, and I was in... That's where it was originally. I mean, yes. So yeah, this girl's saying to God, God, yes, dear, smell my finger. Saying it again, God, yes, dear, smell my finger. Ugh. And God, yes, dear, smell my finger. No, but God is God, so he probably would. Let's have a look at this. This is what's really going on. We're full of serpents. We're like Medusa inside, bugs and everything. Not me personally, but other people. So, girls are made of sugar and spice and all things nice. Is that true? Yeah. Attach psychopath to that. That would be true. I don't mean that. Don't get me. Boys are made of slugs and snails and puppy dog's tails. That's what little boys are made out of. Did they tell you that when you were young? What a pack of shit. Sugar and spice and all things nice. That's what she says to that. Smell my finger. Right. Oh my God. This is obviously from antiquity. I can't imagine what the artist was conceiving. Got some sort of ideas. Very strange indeed. They all wore wigs in them days as well. Kept rats in their hair. This is a nice, gentle, romantic end to the night. Look at this, beautiful, isn't it? So yeah, Vikings. Yeah, this is what a Viking do. So you had a good Viking beard. Yeah, and he had proper like red hair, like really ginger, with like a thing on it. I can't do that. If I'm going full Helungian and full Viking, I might have to do that. Not grow a beard though. I can't be doing that. But I'm definitely going Viking. I'm trying to find something to do with my hair. Viking here. So there's that. You go through his Viking phase, is he? Oh, yeah. Yeah. And so this is in Greece. And as you can see, this giant is in the architecture. Everyone else is pretty small. I don't know his name. He's just coming from underground. Wonder if this is a suggestion. The giants are down underneath, standing on the shoulders of giants. So yeah, could be the case, isn't it? It's like when Sean Young in Blade Runner found out that she wasn't actually human. She was synthetic, or basically a robot. She got really upset and cried and shit because she was like, fucking hell, I thought I was like a human. Well, if I found out I wasn't a human, yeah, I wouldn't be fucking upset because human's derogative. Man is an old god that sucked, like literally sucked, okay? And hue is colour and man, yeah? Where's hue woman? I want a hue woman. That's what I want. Anyway, with data in the machine, I think that's safe to pursue anyway. All it is they just want to keep the money going round and round and round, and they don't want the people actually to do it. The people have become to the state now where they aren't physically capable of getting out of the chair without assistance, unless they got to go poo. So yeah, would you have a bot babe? That's the first thing people are gonna like do to your men. Be like, fucking hell, what's a bot babe? That's what's going to happen, and there'll be lots of malfunctions in the first basically release of these bot babes. Hip malfunctions, the problems. So yeah, as long as they don't go like psycho, like on iRobot, and you know, he just like puts his hand on your throat and starts squeezing you in the lift. But I think they'd be really lovely. Maybe they're funny. I'd like funny robots. Not necessarily sexy, but funny. Funny would be good. And dance really well. I want my robots to be real movers. Yeah, like fucking really got it going down. And they love music. They love the Chemical Brothers and Depeche Mode and other things as well in life. So yeah, we could be just that actually. They say, oh, well, we're consciousness expressing ourselves for God. It's like, yeah, all right. Maybe we are consciousness, like, having different experiences for something, like a spotty teenager in his fucking future fucking flat on his mega computer or something. I don't want to undermine humanity. There is nothing like majorly brilliant and fantastic going on. So I'm sure there is. Definitely think we can win this game. If you're in it, you're in it to win it. And I am definitely in it to fucking win it. There's that. So yeah, that's us. I'm not you. I'm just mind, thinking, perceiving reality. That's all I am, apparently. All is mind. But who is the one that sees? And there's a psycho living in our heads. That is not us. I think, like I explained this week, that there's two observers. There's a double observer effect. There's us, the real us, and then there's the ego, the other us, which is been a real pain in the ass for a lot of people, especially myself. The psyche has been, let's just say, not my friend. It makes me make unfortunate decisions with life decisions. Not that I can blame that on me, because it is apparently me. What if it's not? What if there's a fucking it's an operating system? Honest to God, it really does feel like, it's like, I know it sounds like schizophrenia, dudes, but really we've all got this thing with our psyche, and it does seem like a foreigner. What if, that is the person that's operating the system, the game, and perceiving this game through first person view, like literally real time in our human bodies, and then the other I is actually you, the real you, like we're being driven, or more to the point, being invaded. What about that? It's a real unusual phenomenon I give a lot of thought to, is who the one that sees, and that's what St. Francis was apparently, and a lot of other mystics. We're trying to perceive and find out what it was. And this double perspective, observer perspective, is something that can be kept in check and can be hacked with a mental discipline. And then when you break pattern, everything you render will be for you. And the world becomes a super fantastical, magical adventure, which is what I'd want for everybody in this place, to enjoy their lives to the fullest in good health for a long, long time. And why not? Why can't we have that? Fuck 'em. That's what I say. Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em. Let me read some of these. Love you, enlightened. I bet he does it too. Thank you. I've been feeling a bit funny today. I don't know exactly what it is, but definitely perception feels up. So that's a good thing. I do think there's something afoot in the background, because I'm getting like there's fluctuations in the force. Well, I'm getting that. So I don't know precisely what it is, what I'm feeling, but I'm definitely feeling something. Pit my stomach. Don't feel unpleasant, actually. I don't know what it is, though. Doesn't mean I got her. Entitled, don't you? You do you, boo. Mr. Rasta. What's that? Oh, go and lay down, my brother. Thank you for being here. Much love. Mr. Rasta's awesome, isn't he? Oh. Yeah, indeed. That's another one, the environment as well as everything else. But your frequency can change, yeah. High frequency, Jackie, you know this, can change the structure of things and how they interact with you. But Appendix, let me know in comments, please, about Appendix, what your experience is, what you know about it. Let's dig in. I just get like spidey senses. I think there's a big decode and unlock here, guys. And nobody ever talks about it, and they remove it, and then there's all this stuff with the tonsils, what I found out, and I'm like, oh, hello. Clinically in the house. Nice one, Craig, bruv. We got some Welsh weird. Did you see Black Mountains then? Fucking lovely, innit, bruv? We're proud to be Welsh. Every day when I wake up, I thank the Lord I'm Welsh. Pavlov sheep. Extra voice may bring another body. So yeah, I've got an email. Somebody's going to help me. Interested in the Down to Earth party. I'm definitely still pushing. I know I've missed the May elections, but that doesn't mean I've missed the next elections. And being as the shit show the last one was, I think I'm in a really good place to get a few seats in here, or even just 67 equals 6G, says our Hugh. Good to see you, my friend. Okay. So yeah, let me know. And if you enjoyed this post, like it if you like it. It doesn't matter to me, whatever. No, I'm just happy to be here, and I'm grateful for that. And I appreciate all of you being here and bringing your beautiful energies to the house. Play Spoken Jane. Me too. Oh, anyway, I gotta go. Scott Pike. Tremors in the Force. You felt it too? Oh shit. So yeah, definitely something afoot then. There's no point guessing, and I don't try not to anyway. You just know instinctively, and then when I was like, oh yeah, that was out there. What shit they're gonna try next? That fucking hanky wanky virus. I don't think that's gonna wash. Fucking stupid. That's it. It does. What do you think, Ray? Why did I get a commercial for a nut shaver? Oh, fucking hell, mate. I'm so sorry. They do weird shit adverts now, don't they? And it's all about human bits and stuff. Fucking horrible. I'm really sorry. It's like you're literally traumatized by a fucking advert. I'm out. All right, Internal Visions. Take care. Much love. Rachel too. Okay, I'm going. Equals MC squared to Steiner Go. 33. Is that so? Okay. Yeah, watch Russian Vid's last video on the antivirus. Really good. You Live TV. I Live TV. Whatever. It's really good. Ooh, no. Don't mention that. They may steal our appendix, but they will But there can be only one. I am the power. They're bringing back He-Man, aren't they? But that'll be fucking not as good as the original. The original He-Man was a brilliant film. They may steal our appendix, but they never take our freedom. Freedom! That's what we need, a free dome. That's coming. Their shit's shit. So definitely going to come unstuck. They can't even play the game. Yeah, I know, Virginia. I instinctively know, my spidey senses tell me that I definitely onto something. Let's just unlock this one together then. That'll be beautiful for us all. I got to get going. Bye. See you on the next stream, and I will do more videos this week. I have another one I got to make. I'm going to run a scan using the Spooky 2 Reich machine on Appendix to see if I can make it work better, because apparently you can. So I'm going to give that a go. So see if that'd be brilliant if I could fucking crack that one. I didn't even see you there, my love. Oh, there you are. Thank you, Dawn, for being here. Thank you, all you groovy people. Santa means scam in Hebrew. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, I gotta go. Sorry, Dawn. I got stuff I gotta get on with. I'm a bit knackered. Camping and shit, you know. My mother cooks socks in hell, dyslexia, Hamlander. Yeah, I know. My mother sucks jelly babies in hell. I know that one. Don't be sad, Dawn. I'll be back. Yeah, it's all going to be groovy. Go do Dawn stuff. That's probably entertaining. Ah. Okay, scam close. They are all awesome. Yeah, see, Dawn saying you are all awesome. You are all awesome. Okay, much love to you as well, Dawn. Thank you. Sweetness. Oh. And King Shit in the house. Oh, we're having a big loving at the end. What's that? Appendix is a stone house for beneficial gut bacteria. Oh, it does a lot more than that, but yeah. Okay. Tataria. So yeah, I'm a camouflage jacket on. I felt all Tatarian in the mountains, man. Fuck yeah. Chopping wood, doing shit. Fucking that's what we want. No, you put the phone. Okay, I gotta go. Jackie? Okay, keep that high vibe, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Much love. Be good. I'll see you very soon.